Hello students, I am your biology lecturer. Welcome to the biology class. In the previous class we completed the chapter Morphology of Flowering Plant. Today we will start the new chapter in Unit 3rd. Okay, Unit 3rd, new chapter, chapter number 8, that is Cell, the unit of life. The unit of life. Okay, cell, the unit of life. The chapter name is cell. We have to understand, we have to learn in this chapter about cell. Cell functions, the cell organelles which are present inside the cell, what is prokaryotic cell, what is eukaryotic cell, what is cell division. Okay, everything we have to understand. What is the function of each and every part in the cell? Cell andre enu? Usually cell is nothing but the, in Kannada it is kosha. Kosha anta karitivi. What is kosha? Means you already know that cell means it is a entire thing. All the physical and physiological activities which are depends on the cell. Okay, there are so many cells aggregate to form a tissue. That so many tissues aggregate to form an organ, so many organs aggregate to form an organism. Cell andre one, okay, consider this is a one block. Okay, so many block builds the wall, so many walls builds the house. Okay, this is very important thing. Cell is a unit of life, means it is a important part of the, it is an important thing in the life. Okay, unit of life. Each and every plant and animal is made by the cell or cells. Okay, the organism, we say organism, an entire organism, either it is a plant or an animal or a microorganism, it is made by cells or the group of cells. That's why we say that is the organism. Okay, it is the aggregation of so many cells to form an organism. I already told that cell, so many cells aggregate to form a tissue, so many tissues aggregate to form a organ, so many organs aggregate to form a organism. Okay, like that in this chapter we have to understand what is cell, what is the definition of cell, what are the research behind this cell discovery, what are the organelles are present in cell. Okay, first we will discuss about the definition of cell. Cell, the unit of life. Cell is the unit of life. Each and every plant, animal is made up of cell or cells. Cell or cells. One cell or so many cells. Okay, a cell is the smallest unit of life. Another point, cell is a smallest unit of life. Cell is a very smallest unit of life. The cells are often called as the building blocks of life. Cells are also called as building blocks of life. Building blocks of life. Okay, next point for the cell, the study of cell is known as a cytology. Okay, the cell, study of cell is called as cell biology or cellular biology or cytology. Okay, the branch which is study of cells is called as cell biology or cellular biology or cytology. Okay, cytology in the sense it is a branch of science which deals with the study of cells. Okay, it is a branch of science which deals with the study of cell is known as a cytology. Okay, next, this is an introduction about the cell. Now we can discuss about definition. Definition: cell is a fundamental unit of life. Cell is the fundamental unit of life. It is must and should, it is very necessary for the life. Cell is a fundamental unit of life, and it is structural and functional unit of the life. It is a structural and functional unit of life. Cell is a fundamental unit of life and it is a structural and functional unit of the life. This is the definition of cell. Okay, you may get the question in the final examination like, what is cell? Your answer must be, cell is a building block of the life or fundamental unit of the life. It is structurally and functional unit of the life. Okay, next we will discuss about some history regarding the cell. Next, the important thing, Anton von Leeuwenhoek. Scientist name Anton von Leeuwenhoek. He is the first scientist observe and describe the living cell. Firstly, he observed and describe first time living cell. The live or living cell is observed by and described by the Anton von Leeuwenhoek because he is a scientist who discovered the microscope. He discovered microscopy by using the microscope. He clearly observed the living cell and identified the thing which is present inside the cell. Okay, he is Anton von Leeuwenhoek is also called as a father of microscopy. Father of microscopy or father of microbiology. Father of microbiology. Microbiology in the sense it is a branch of science which deals with the study of all the microorganisms. Microorganism in the sense, so those are the unicellular organisms which are considered as viruses, bacteria, bacteriophages, all comes under the microbes. Okay, Anton von Leeuwenhoek firstly discovered the microscope. By using that microscope, he clearly observed all the microbes which is around him. Then he called as a father of microscope or the microbiology. Microbiology is a branch which deals with the study of microbes. Okay, next after Anton von Leeuwenhoek, there is another scientist called as Robert Brown. Robert Brown. Okay, Robert Brown, after the Anton Leeuwenhoek, later he discovered the nucleus which is present inside the cell. Robert Brown, which discovered Robert Brown discovered the nucleus. It is a center structure which is present in the cell. Okay, the nucleus with the help of by electron microscope. By electron microscope, we can study the structural details of cells. By electron microscope only we have to learn about the structural details of the cell. Okay, with the help of electron microscope we able to see the detailed structure of the cell. By that means with the help of electron microscope, Robert Brown discovered the nucleus which is present inside the cell. I will explain what is nucleus, where it is present, everything. Just understand. Anton von Leeuwenhoek discovered the cell. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus. Okay. Now, depends upon the number of cells. The organisms are divided into two types. Depends upon cell number. Depends upon cell number. Organisms are divided as unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular. Second thing, multicellular. Okay, just understand the number of cell. In case of unicellular organism, only a single cell is present. Okay, but multi means many, uni means single. This is the prefix. Uni in the sense single cell, multi means many. Okay, I will write here, uni means single. Okay, multi means many. In unicellular, in the sense cells. Okay, unicellular organisms, in the sense only one cell is present in that cell, in that organism. Okay, multicellular organism, in the sense many cells are present in that organism. Okay, after this, once again we can recall all these things. Firstly, we discuss about the cell. What is cell? Cell is a structural and functional unit of the life. Also we say cell is a fundamental unit of the life. Okay. Anton von Leeuwenhoek, he is the first scientist. He discovered and described the structure of the cell, living cell. Okay. Then later Robert Brown, he is a scientist, first discovered the nucleus with the help of electron microscope. With the help of electron microscope, we can study the clear details structure of cell. Okay, depends upon the cell number, the organisms are divided as two types, unicellular and multicellular. Unicellular in the sense a single cell organisms, multicellular in the sense many cells are present in that organism. Okay, we will move to the next topic, that is the cell theory. Next topic, cell theory. In this topic, we have to learn about how the cell is called as a cell. What is the research behind this naming everything? We have to understand. First thing, in the year 1839, Swan and Sweden, these are the two scientists, proposed the cell theory. Proposed cell theory. Okay. First, we will discuss about Sweden. He is a scientist. He observed a large number of plant cells, okay, which are composed of large number of plant cells which composed to form a tissue. Okay, previously I told that many number of cells aggregate to form a tissue. Okay, he is a scientist, he observed that one only. He observed many cells which aggregate or compactly arrange to form a tissue. Okay, tissue of the plant. Firstly, he focused on the plant tissue only. That's why he did work on the plant tissue. Later, another scientist named Swan, he studied different types of animal cell. Okay, he did work on the animals. That's why he studied different types of animal cells and reported, okay, after his study he reported that the cells had outer thin layer known as a plasma membrane. He reported that the cells which having outermost thin layer known as plasma membrane. Okay, here in the beginning we discussed that cell is a structural unit of life. Robert Brown discovered the nucleus, okay, which is present inside the cell. Okay, Swan discovered that many cells, means I am drawing many cells. Okay, these many cells to form a tissue. ಇದು ಒಂದು ಬ್ಲಾಕಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಸೆಲ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೆನಿ ಸೆಲ್ಸ್ ಅಗ್ರಿಗೇಟ್ ಟು ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಅ ಟಿಶ್ಯೂ. ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ another scientist, he focused on the animal cell and report that the outermost covering which is present in the animals, it is known as a plasma membrane. Okay, remember the cell theory which is discovered by two scientists in the year 1839. This is very important. In the year 1839 cell theory is described. Okay, next point. The cell theory states that this is an actual statement of cell theory. Cell theory states that all the animals and plants are composed of cells and product of cells. I will write here. This is very important for 2 marks. All animals and Plants are composed of cells and products of cells. All the animals and plants which are present in the earth, they are composed of cells, and those are the product of cells. Product in the sense, many cells aggregate to form a organism. That's why we can say all the organisms are the product of cells. Okay, next, the activity of an organism are the outcome of individual cell. It's obviously the activity of an organism are the outcome of individual cells. The activity of an organisms are the outcome of cell. Okay, just understand, the organism is fully composed of cells. Okay, the activity means the action or physiology or the physical activity is must be depend on the a single unit in the organism, that is a cell. Okay, ಈಗ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಬಿಹೇವಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಡೈಜೆಷನ್, ಬ್ರೀದಿಂಗ್, ರೆಸ್ಪಿರೇಷನ್ ಮಸ್ಟ್ ಬಿ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಸೆಲ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಏನು, ಸೆಲ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತದ, ದಟ್ ಆರ್ಗ್ಯಾನಿಸಮ್ ಈಸ್ ಬಿಹೇವ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ದೆನ್ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, that is the cells are arise from pre-existing cells. This is very important thing. The cells are arise from pre-existing cells. The cells are arise from pre-existing cell. Free in the sense before. Existing. ಮೊದಲು ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಇತ್ತು, ಅದರಿಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸೆಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಕಂಟಿನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್. ದ ಸೆಲ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಇಸ್ ಅರೈಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಫ್ರೀ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಲ್. ಈ ಥರ ಒಂದು ಸೆಲ್ಲಿಂದ 2 ಸೆಲ್ಲು, 2 ಸೆಲ್ಲಿಂದ 4 ಸೆಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಿಸ್ ಸೆಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಎಕ್ಸಿಸ್ಟ್ ಬೈ ದಿಸ್ ಒನ್. Means we can say the cells are arise from pre-existing cell. Yes, obviously the cells are arise from pre-existing cell. It is discovered by the scientist Rudolf Virchow in the year 1855. In the year 1855, Rudolf Virchow discovered that all the cells are arise from the pre-existing cells. Okay, remember this word, pre-existing cells. Okay, which is discovered by Rudolf Virchow. Okay, he is the first scientist firstly explained that the cells divide and new cells are developed from that cell. Okay, the cells are divided and new cells are formed from pre-existing cell. That one only I explained here. Means he is a scientist. Firstly, he discovered that one cell gives rise to the many cells. Means that cell undergoes to the certain divisions. The cell undergoes to certain divisions to form a 2 new cells. Okay, these cells again undergoes to cell division to form another new cells. Means the cell undergoes to the specialized division called as a cell division. Due to the cell division, the new cells are formed. Okay, this is very important here. The cell theory is firstly given by the 2 scientists Van and Sweden in the year 1839. Okay, firstly they observed that many cells aggregate to form a tissue. Then later another scientist told that outermost layer which is present in the cell, it is known as a plasma membrane. Later another scientist, Rodolphe Virchow, is told that the cell which are arise from the free existing cell. Everything is connected with the single cell. Okay. This is all about the cell theory. In the examination, you can get 2 marks question on the cell theory or 5 marks question. Okay, the question will like explain the cell theory. Okay, what are the scientists involved in cell theory? What is the statement for cell theory? Okay, you just understand all the cells. Just focus on these 3 points. All the animals and plants are composed of cells and the products of cells. Okay. The second point, the activity of an organism are the outcome of individual cell. Next, the cells are arise from free existing cells. These are the 3 statements for the cell theory. Okay. But in examination, you have to explain in the 1839, the 2 scientists, Swan and Sweden, both statement you have to mention along with these statements. Okay. Next thing, types of cells. Next, types of cells. Okay. There are 2 types of cells we can see, namely 2 types, namely prokaryotes and eukaryotes. In the types of cells, there are 2 types, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Usually, the prokaryotes are example bacteria and viruses. Eukaryote examples, I will write an example, later I will explain. Bacteria and viruses. Eukaryotic example, all plants and animals. All the plants and animals comes under the eukaryotic category. Bacteria and viruses and small unicellular organisms are comes under the prokaryotes. Okay. In the next class, I will explain what are the types of cells. I will explain what is prokaryote and what is eukaryote. Then what is the classification based on the size of the cell, classification based on the shape of the cell. Okay, depend on the number of cells, how we can categorize the cells. Everything we will discuss in the next class. Thank you.